I'm going to try to put one of the impossible things to explain into words and make it somewhat possible to understand by using a scenario that, say, when people see a movie where somebody keeps having a vision or a flashback or they see some kind of, they keep having a reoccurring nightmare or a reoccurring dream and they don't know what it means. Well, with how I remember everything, which when I say everything, it just matters on where you set my mind and it remembers it. That sounds weird. And it's hard to talk about because if another person wasn't there, it'll make sense to them, but they'll want to think what they thought it was or what they thought about it first. Now, with that scenario of the reoccurring dream, it's like in a horror movie or a bad movie where they wake up and they're like, this thing keeps happening, like something's going to happen to me, and then everything goes black or blah, 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 blah. The things that they aren't visions, they aren't whatever, they're memories. They're true memories that I have that weren't in this body, but they were in any body that was in that space at the time. And not only do I like wake up with a thought of, oh, what did that mean? Instead, I remember doing it, being it, the person there, the scenery, the place, the time, the setting. I remember it all. And like when I say remember, it's like part of my physical body because I'm the part of me that is alive and the part of everybody that is alive has nothing to do with their skin and their bones and nothing like that at all. It's just we have to have it to speak through like a speaker plays music. Like my body is a speaker, feeler, watcher, toucher kind of thing, and so is yours. And the intelligence that's in all of our bodies at the same time is one thing operating. In the same way, your individual piece of that intelligence is running your body at the same time off of your body's intelligence. But on a way bigger scale to the likes that most people or living creatures of any sort can fathom. I'm there. And it's all me. So being killed and slaughtered and raped and all that kind of stuff, I remember it. But I remember doing it. I remember watching it. I remember being it. All of it. And that's so weird to say because other people don't say things like that. I don't want to say things like that, but it's true. And it freaks me out. So I try not to talk about those kind of things. I truly am right here, right now, in this moment. Because I've been there before, and we're all going there right now, and there's nowhere to go. Except the next second that goes by, you can turn and walk the other way. You can blink your eyes. You can close your eyes. You can close your mouth. You can stop breathing. You can decide to go for a jog. You can do anything at any time. It's not go flying or, you know what I'm saying. You could imagine it. But what I'm saying is that no one has ever had control of you, even you. And now I feel like, and I really am, the only person who's making my own decisions consciously, because otherwise they're chasing after money, and that's not conscious. There's somebody starving, man. Here, I have food in my hand. I'm starving. Well, I'm totally fine right now, and time's going to go forward in what seems like reality, and I'll find other ways to find other food, and I'm not hungry right now. You're starving. I can't give you this food. Here's some paper. I can give you this food now. Okay, anyone who thinks that's conscious is ridiculous. Anyone who thinks that you have to have some super duper belief system of a guy in the sky or even a super, whatever name you want to give it, the Gaia spirit, the whatever, those all mean stuff and they're great things. But we've all been those beings over and over and over again. So it's not even that fascinating to sit here watching any video of any description of any effect quality. It means nothing. People that want to actually be conscious and want to be awake don't need high quality definition on their footage because that itself is a desire. I can't watch that or pay attention to that because it's not high enough quality. That's not conscious. Where you are in time You point out or help that situation, or you allow that situation, depending on the action of it. And you know what I mean by those things. I'm trying to give words to things that are so hard to go deeper into than the shallow mind can hear. And I'm not trying to talk to the shallow mind. I'm just trying to talk like not too intelligently so that people can understand simple language. So that's why sometimes I get frustrated, because I don't need to say any of this. What I need to do is get people to understand that I have the answers. All they got to do is ask. They're not asking me anything, so it's like I have all this vast knowledge stewing around in this body and nothing to do with it. But go ahead and act like I care about making money. Act like I care about following laws that are made up by other people who don't even know what the fuck they are. Literally, they don't know what they are. They have no idea any of it. And it makes me feel bad saying that, because all the geniuses we've ever had, all of this, all of that, they're words. Yes, they mean certain things. Yes, but they're also you. You look through your eyes to see those things. You thought through your brain to learn about each one of those definitions, that a word you find out about, a thing you find out about, a person you find out about in history, or an idea you come up with in your head, and you start writing it down in letters and light forms, basically, from your mind, from somewhere. And you never think deep enough to be like, well then, what happens with all this stuff that I do? Like all these words and vibrations and letters and symbols and touches into the atmosphere, the solid light that we know isn't really solid, but the touches into it and the things that I write on it that stay there and that slowly dissolve or slowly burn or stay there in time and move around. Those things are the most powerful things, because we think we're so intelligent, but the whole world is around us growing or reacting to what we're doing, either chemically or organically, and then on many other levels. But people haven't even noticed that, because they're being distracted by lights and colors. Woo! And it's really worrying me, because I can say so much to people that makes so much sense. But if I get into my ego too much and I try to like get excited about it because it's important, people think, well, why are you losing your cool? It's not, I'm not losing my cool. It's just important for you to know this if your soul or your spirit wants to actually grow, wants to actually ascend. Well, these words we give it don't really matter. But if you know what those things mean, they actually are feelings, thoughts, ideas. They're actions in a higher place than most people are aware of. But it's always going on. Just like the seed in the ground, you're a light body in space, still growing. You just aren't growing in size now, you're growing in intelligence. Think about it. You always have been. You always will be. When you die, this time, it's nothing. You're growing in intelligence. You're going to come back into another body, you're going to grow, and you're going to use the intelligence that you kept from last time. And you're going to want a new story. But the crazy thing is, we've been doing this since there's never been time anyway. It's so hard for people to actually fathom what that means. I don't want to say that I'm the only person who's experienced it, but I feel in a human body. If someone comes around me, I know how they feel, but I can't say it without insulting them. So I just either want to be left alone or wake them up from whatever unconscious act they're taking part in. And if they're just doing everyday normal stuff and they're minding their own business, that's fine. But people need some work on their minds, on their hearts. They need work on their bodies. They need work on what they eat. They need a total life makeover. The world needs a makeover. And I'm not just saying that I can help. I know. I've healed it before. I've done this all before. And I sound stupid saying that, I know, because when I listen back to these, I'm like, I shouldn't post these for people because they're going to listen to it and thinking it's just some guy talking. I'm sitting here, sober, out in nature. A car went by a little while on the road. It's nice. It's beautiful. I'm looking at the trees and the sun. But people think that's stupid. I'm not saying all people do, but most people I know are just, their minds are going so fast they can't stop. And I'm just watching the world lose itself right in front of me. And some people see it, and I hate to say, but not on the level I see it. not on the level I know it, not on the level I'm creating it, but trying to stop it from what I saw because of what I understand that other people don't. And if people just got one level of what I'm saying about the alphabet and the numbers, if they just started understanding that that really is how magic works. There's other forms of magic, and there's other, sleight of hands and tricks, but the way the world, the way the universe, the way all things that have names and non-names work starts with understanding that, the symbols, and understanding what they really do by saying them, and how we can understand by writing them and showing them to each other in certain ways. We can do so much. I remember doing it all. And this body looks a certain way, and people don't want to hear it from me, and I talk or speak a certain way because that's how I've established this body over time, and I'm pretty happy and proud of what and who I am and how I appear. I'm pretty proud of that. I'm not gloating. I don't really care. I really don't. This is just one of the bodies I'm in. The true me. And when I come from there, and I sometimes I have to stop myself while I'm talking because Dan has never been here, and his ego has been gone for 4 years. I just have to keep playing it, and it feels ridiculous. I feel bad for everyone who thinks they're their name. What you're doing is you're living your name. You chose your name. You came into light to live that sound. Live a life sentence. That's your name. Your name is your life sentence. And that's going to vibrate with you the whole time, no matter what you do, until you wake up from it. But then you'll see how the vibrations work. And you'll stay away from the ones that harm. It's pretty easy once you understand the simple basics. If you could listen to this enough times without getting bothered by me going off and blibber blabbering for a second, I'm not trying to talk about any certain topics. I'm just saying the truth. And I'm just saying how it is and how hard it is to deal with being looked at as just some schmuck while the world themselves is doing the dumbest shit. And it's not my opinion. They just don't want to admit that they don't need to be doing what they're doing. They just want to, and they don't care if it's hurting anything. Literally. It's that blunt. They just don't care that they're harming things. They just don't care that they don't need to do that. Yum, meat and animals taste good. I need to wear this. I need to hold this bag. I need to do these things to the environment so I can do what I want to do, even though it's unnecessary. But we got to have economy and travel and all this. We don't have to. It's a convenience. It's a blessing. But when we do it wrongly, it is way more powerful than us in this domain, and it will fight us off like a cold, and it's doing it through ourselves and itself, because it's more powerful. That's the power that controls the true weather that we aren't messing with. And then there's us who are doing it on a secondary level, which seems like the only level that people really recognize as something that's happening for a reason. All the weather, all the happenings are either happening because we first caused them, or there's the very first cause that people just don't understand. And I do. And I can't go around talking about it and telling people about it and warning them, because my words and my belief at the time I say them propel and grow like a seed in the dirt. Gives out its stuff. My words, my thoughts, my vibrations actually affect the world around me. And it freaks me out by myself. And it's real, so it's not like I'm crazy. It's real. And the people around me can see that I do understand what I'm talking about. And my mom and dad can see that when I get emotional and when I talk about certain things out of love, the same day, something in the environment, something on TV, something will match with exactly what I said. Because I'm trying not to speak the future into existence, because I know how. But it seems like everything I truly apply myself towards, I get. And at the same time, I don't want to encroach on people's free will in any way at all without just being honest with them. I don't want to act like something I'm not. I don't want to just be happy about the society that it is, because it's not a good thing. I can't go out and get the newest car or get the nicest thing. I mean, I could easily do stuff like that, but I don't want it. It means nothing to me. It's not helping anybody. It's harming things. And nobody seems to actually care. I don't want to keep going on about it. But I want people to understand that whether or not they like hearing it, it's true. We don't need to do this shit. The people that are threatened by that are the people that are making money off it. And that they don't care. They think they only live one life and then they die. I'll show you that that's not true. Easily. If you have a brain and can listen, I can easily show that to you. But I need you to either be looking at me in person, live, or coming here to see me or visit me, or finding a place where you'd like to meet, or talking on the phone for a little while and silencing yourself so you can listen instead of try to debate. I have no debating to do. I can't. It's true. The more I debate with people, the more I feel through my ego, and my ego starts getting more evolved into my body again. And I don't want that, because my ego was made up by people around me. Not me, not the truth, not God, not what is, not Mother Earth, not the Gaia spirit. That's all of us. And it's me, 100%. And then some. Those are just words too. But I don't want to keep rambling on, because some of these things I know that some of these recordings are me getting a little stirred up and angry and trying to just talk. Because I'm not mad at anybody. It's my heart being broken moment after moment, knowing how much I can do for humanity. Literally. That sounds goofy to people, I know. But I know how much I can do for humanity, and no one gives a damn. So it makes me feel like I'm the only one who cares about what's going on in our universe. Everyone else talks about it, but they're still out there trying to make money, driving their cars all happily. Like I have to drive a car to make money like everyone else wants. I feel horrible doing any of this stuff, because there's better ways to do this. There's healthier ways. There's more clean ways to do it. And we all know that, but it's harder. And we don't want to work at anything. We don't want to learn how to do anything. We just want it to be done for us. So if it's done for us, guess what the people that learned how to do it are going to do? They're going to make sure that they keep control over you, because you know what? You weren't able to do it on your own anyway. So shut up and be a little baby that you are, right? No, time to grow up. But no insults to anybody. I'm just trying to say I can do what I'm saying. I just need people to actually care and apply it. I can't heal you without you. I can't help anyone without them. So, peace.